Is commercial real estate leaving residential in the dust in 2025? Welcome to the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen. Let's get right to it. In the first half of calendar year 2025, commercial real estate in India saw a notable upswing driven by the office, industrial, and warehousing segments. According to Anarock, net office absorption across the top 7 cities in India rose by an impressive 40% year-on-year to 26.8 million square feet, compared to 19.08 million square feet during the same period in 2024. Knight Frank's report highlighted that global capability centers, or GCCs, played a pivotal role in this growth, accounting for 39% of the total leasing activity. Bengaluru emerged as the leading destination for GCC-related leasing, capturing more than 52% of this segment's activity within the city. While India's commercial real estate sector is thriving, the residential segment is experiencing a slowdown. This divergence is indicative of broader market trends and highlights the distinct paths these sectors are currently on. Now, if we shift our focus to Kitchener-Waterloo, London, and Cambridge in Ontario, Canada, we see similar patterns emerging. The commercial real estate market there is also gaining momentum, particularly in the multifamily and industrial sectors. This reflects a global trend where commercial properties are seeing increased demand. Looking south of the border in the United States, cities like Dallas-Fort Worth are defying economic downturns, offering robust opportunities for real estate and equity investors. This suggests that commercial real estate's growth is not just limited to specific regions, but is part of a larger, cross-border phenomenon. The Dallas-Fort Worth area has consistently proven to be a shining example of resilience in the face of national economic headwinds. With an unemployment rate of 3.7% in June 2025, compared to the national average of 4.1%, this region's labor market is thriving. This success can be attributed to its diverse economy and strategic industries, which are creating solid opportunities for both real estate and equity investors. The key to Dallas-Fort Worth's resilience is its sector diversity. Notably, education and health services have seen significant growth, adding 9,400 jobs annually through February 2025. This increase is driven by population growth and a rising demand for specialized care, with companies like Caris Life Sciences expanding their lab capacities. In the finance and technology sectors, Dallas-Fort Worth continues to grow, with financial activities expanding by 2.3%. This is supported by the region's role as a global finance hub, as underscored by the launch of the New York Stock Exchange's NYSE Texas. Additionally, AI-driven firms are creating high-wage engineering and cybersecurity roles, further boosting the local economy. The logistics and industrial sectors are also thriving, with trade, transportation, and utilities adding 8,300 jobs. The region's central location and robust freight infrastructure make it an attractive spot for businesses. Companies like Amazon and KFC, which is headquartered in Plano, are expanding their presence, driving investments in industrial land and infrastructure. In terms of real estate, the industrial and logistics sectors are seeing strong demand, with warehouse and data center vacancy rates at just 9.1%. This is in stark contrast to the office sector, which has a multi-year high vacancy rate of 27.2%. While office leasing activity rose by 35% in the second quarter of 2025, investors are advised to focus on submarkets with modern amenities and proximity to talent hubs, such as Collin County. For equity investors, Dallas-Fort Worth's outperformance presents opportunities in companies tied to its key industries. Those in healthcare, financial services, and technology, particularly firms with operations in the region, are well positioned for growth. However, the competitive labor market, with an unemployment rate of 3.7%, is pushing annual wage growth to 6.4%, presenting challenges for companies that cannot innovate or upskill their workforce. In conclusion, Dallas-Fort Worth's labor market resilience is no accident. It's the result of strategic industries, geographic advantages, and an adaptive workforce. For investors, the divergence in the economy presents a clear path. Focus on the region's thriving sectors and real estate niches. As economic fragmentation continues, Dallas-Fort Worth exemplifies the importance of location and diversification. Taking advantage of the state of Florida's live local legislation, developers presented the plan for the Adagio project to the City of Sarasota's Development Review Committee on July 2nd. The 18-story mixed-use development is set for the northeast corner of Ringling Boulevard and Palm Avenue. This project, developed by the Lutgert Companies of Naples, includes a twin-tower structure built above a shared podium and parking facility. The Live Local Act allows buildings in the downtown core to exceed the standard 10-story limit, permitting up to 18 stories if they include an attainable housing component. The Act also facilitates administrative approval for developments that meet all code requirements, bypassing local zoning regulations. This has enabled the Adagio project to expand its residential offerings, increasing the number of luxury condominiums from 100 to 103, and the attainable apartments from 67 to 69 units. Additionally, the commercial space within the development has grown significantly, from an initial plan of 18,564 square feet to nearly double that at 31,933 square feet. This expansion includes office space for the Church of the Redeemer, which currently occupies part of the site, as well as dedicated parking for the church. Florida's Live Local Act mandates that 40% of a residential development's dwellings be designated as attainable for a minimum of 30 years. This legislative move supports the construction of affordable housing by offering tax exemptions and preempting local zoning rules. However, there has been a request from the city's manager of development services, Allison Christie, for greater integration of attainable and luxury units, suggesting shared amenities and a common entryway, though this integration appears unlikely due to the orientation of the buildings. Meanwhile, another project, 7th and Central Condominiums, is planned for the Rosemary District. Designed by Halflance plus Pichette, this 7-story luxury residential building will feature 24 units, including townhomes with private yards and pools. The development emphasizes a sustainable design with greenery incorporated throughout. A public park will connect Cohen Way to Central Avenue, enhancing pedestrian access and community integration. In terms of commercial real estate, the Sarasota Development Review Committee also announced the full staff sign-off for the first phase of the Hyatt Regency property redevelopment. This includes an expansion of the parking structure with the addition of a basement to accommodate 45 more spaces, although further approval is required for this change. In a recent report by the National Observer, it's highlighted that lenders and borrowers in the commercial real estate sector are grappling with significant challenges related to distressed debt. More than 5 years since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, billions of dollars in commercial real estate debt, particularly those backed by vacant or obsolete office properties, remain in a distressed or delinquent state. The report underscores that the office sector, more than any other, is facing a prolonged recovery period. Many office loans that became problematic during the pandemic have yet to be resolved, leaving lenders with tough decisions about restructuring or selling these distressed assets. The complexities of navigating these financial waters have led to a cautious approach among lenders, who are weighing the potential for recovery against the realities of the current market. In Canada, particularly in regions like Kitchener-Waterloo, London, and Cambridge, Ontario, the commercial real estate market is experiencing a different trajectory. Here, the focus remains on the multifamily and industrial sectors, which are seeing increased demand and investment. This contrasts with the challenges faced in the office sector, where vacancy rates remain a concern. Looking at the United States, the situation mirrors that of Canada, with specific regions like Dallas-Fort Worth showing resilience in the commercial real estate market. The multifamily and industrial sectors continue to thrive, driven by strong labor markets and strategic economic positioning. This cross-border relevance highlights the importance of sector diversity and geographic advantage in navigating the current economic landscape. For stakeholders in the commercial real estate industry, understanding these dynamics is crucial. The ongoing challenges in the office sector, juxtaposed against the growth in multifamily and industrial markets, suggest a need for strategic adaptation. Investors and lenders alike must consider the evolving landscape, focusing on sectors and regions that offer the most potential for growth and stability. The commercial real estate landscape is experiencing a seismic shift. The pandemic, The continuing persistence of hybrid work and rising energy costs have meant that many building operators are facing downward revenue pressure and rising costs. Owner-operators are navigating a complex environment marked by several pivotal challenges. Ashley Evans, Senior Vice President of Global Business Development Strategic Alliances at New Era, explained. Indeed, a 2025 McKinsey report found that a total of $800 billion in real terms of value is at stake by 2030, and the total value of office space is expected to decline by 26% from 2019 to 2030. This is not a death knell for commercial real estate owner-operators. It is, however, a wake-up call, reminding us that the old model of purely providing a space to work in is no longer enough. Customers and tenants want more from their real estate leases and commitments. Hybrid work created a vacuum filled by the desire for integrated and flexible work experiences. By partnering with managed service providers, commercial real estate owner-operators can harness new IT capabilities that reduce costs and provide new integrated collaborative experiences that give workers more reasons to return to the office. Traditional office spaces are struggling to justify their existence in an era where productivity no longer requires physical presence. The statistics paint a stark picture. Less than 50% of knowledge workers actually work full-time in offices, Evans said. Equally, our time away from the office has allowed workers to really examine what they really want out of the office for the days they are in it. Only 14% of the global workforce are looking for a traditional corporate workplace experience, Evans explained. One of the major causes of dissatisfaction with working in an office is the aging infrastructure. Workers want the flexibility of a WeWork experience within their corporate facilities. They want to schedule a meeting space based on the purpose of the collaboration, not just to book a conference room. They want the technology to simply work, behind the scenes without any special knowledge of the platform. This includes getting from the curb through security and to the correct meeting space. Building owners with legacy infrastructure are struggling to meet the diverse and complex needs of the modern work customers, and they are competing with greenfield, smart buildings, LEED certified and built on a modern data architecture that leverages AI across the entire customer value chain. We believe there is a counterintuitive market dynamic occurring. Over 70% of owner-operators are actually not ready for the technology that they need or their customers want, Evans said. Many owner-operators engineer their space for the generic buyer experience, rather than specializing with best-in-breed space design and IT solutions. The lack of standards and integration of technology into the spaces makes it hard to deliver a flexible and positive experience for the tenants. The distribution and sprawl of legacy infrastructure technologies creates a complex web of systems that becomes really challenging to manage effectively. Owner-operators are playing the proverbial whack-a-mole support game, which simply isn't scalable, Evans noted. Market pressures and the financial burden of maintaining legacy capabilities forces owner-operators to ask, when is the right time to modernize? The cost-benefit analysis requires a multi-year strategy with potentially new business models, where IT is a function of the owner-operator strategy, to differentiate and provide value-added services to its tenants. Rather than dealing with fragmented multi-vendor setups, working with a managed service provider can provide a catalog of capabilities, solutions that integrate everything from the network infrastructure to physical security, smart IoT devices, building management systems, collaboration technologies, HVAC, and energy and sustainability monitoring. Plugged in together, these solutions can deliver outcomes that extend beyond their primary use cases. For example, in a meeting room fitted with Cisco collaboration devices, the occupancy sensors can feed data directly into the building management system to automatically adjust HVAC settings for optimal comfort and energy usage. Partnering with a managed service provider like New Era provides a single-source solution for owner-operators that include experience design, development of the catalog of IT capabilities, through to the coordinated deployment of the solution and into the full managed services of the technology for the owner-operator. Owner-operators want a managed, standardized view of the delivery model, but also a single pane of glass, integrating often disparate technologies into one unified platform and a single source of truth. New Era helps owner-operator partners deploy and manage comprehensive solutions to work seamlessly across different buildings and use cases. We allow owner-operators to white-label the services their tenants need, including IT field services, video collaboration, data and AI, and the deployment and management of those tools, Evans noted. The outcome provides commercial real estate operators the ability to help solve complex IT issues and augment the customer experience as per the tenant's needs in a scheduled or on-demand environment. For instance, if a large intercompany meeting using Zoom is going to take place, the owner-operator's IT team can work to deploy new installations across multiple floors, rooms, and technologies. This is crucial in today's working climate as customers are expecting a managed service associated with video collaboration services themselves. Customers simply want the technology to work, behind the scenes, and if they have a challenge, they want to know someone is there to help, immediately, Evans explained. Pfizer's research and development headquarters in New York is testament to that. Implementing over 20 different types of rooms to support various work styles and collaboration needs, New Era allowed the owner-operator to create an area that provided valuable space for its tenants. The number one room that's being used in that space is called the Lounge, and it's a room basically with a couch, high-end tables, video collaboration on the walls, Microsoft Teams integrated, and smart building technologies, Evans explained. The success of this model demonstrates that when technology is properly integrated and managed, tenants increasingly use it. Revenue and value creation. Far from being a sunk cost to retain tenants, these efforts pay dividends. More than 91% of tenants will pay more for spaces with advanced technology features than buildings without. Equally, the data generated by smart building systems creates new revenue opportunities that offset modernization costs, demand-side energy management. We look at helping owner-operators participate in utility demand response programs or selling excess energy back onto the grid to generate income while supporting grid stability, Evans explained. These energy control capabilities are not only revenue-generating, but essential for meeting increasingly stringent ESG requirements, something that, when not in place, is reducing your property value. The same IoT sensors controlling energy based on occupancy generate valuable tenant insights. You can provide tenants with anonymized insights on foot traffic, space utilization, and environmental conditions that help tenants optimize their own operations, Evans explained. This aids companies using the space to gain strategic business insights from its use, like seeing return-to-office strategy success and staff collaboration patterns. Owner-operators can also use this information to examine this usage to identify upselling potential in tenant behavior. You can monetize value-added services like EV charging, flexible workspace bookings, advanced security features, even video collaboration services themselves, Evans noted. These programs can justify higher rents or service fees. Plus, this data, compiled with advanced analytics, can help owner-operators get a clearer understanding of future renewal prospects, with Evans stating that it can forecast up to at least 75% of tenant behaviors related to lease renewals, allowing for different engagement models. The transformation of commercial real estate represents more than just responding to current challenges. It's a fundamental change of the business model from just a physical space to a service-based environment. But rather than chasing one-off upgrades, customers need a holistic plan that integrates all their technology to seamlessly support how people actually work. New Era's platform provides the integrated space for owner-operators to effectively implement and manage the technology so that they can take advantage of the new value-added service. For owner-operators, the question is no longer whether to modernize, but who to partner with to deliver that transformation that your tenants are seeking. Thank you for listening to the Commercial Real Estate Insights podcast. I'm your host, Steve Hamoen. See you on the next one.